What's going on, guys? So you saw what I'm replacing and what I'm replacing them with. The factory shocks, this truck has 43, almost 44,000 miles on it, which isn't bad for a 2020. I did get a pretty low mileage truck, but the rear shocks are kind of tired. Now, I'm eventually going to upgrade the fronts to Eibach, but I ordered rear fender liners because for whatever reason, Ford doesn't ship these trucks with them or build these trucks with them. So I was like, you know what, before I put those in, I might as well do the rear shocks. So that's why we're doing this today. Heading to the American Trucks fulfillment place. It's about 10-15 minutes from my house to go pick up the shocks, and we're gonna have a nice 70-degree spring day here in the Midwest, and we're gonna go ahead and slap those bad boys in. Got my help with me. Say hi, buddy. So we're gonna put some new rear shocks in today and see if it tightens up the rear end, makes it ride a little better, and I'll update with the results, so stay tuned. All right, guys, here we are again, back at the American Trucks pickup place. You've gotten here with me before, haven't you, buddy?
Yeah.
So it's super easy if you're local to one of these distribution centers. They'll give you like $5 off, and you can pick up typically your parts same day. So yeah, this place is massive. So we're going in. So we're gonna go in, grab these shocks, and go home and get to work. All right, got the shocks. Let's hope everything fits well. All right, guys, got our stuff. So walked in there, and I got the shocks for 0 to 1 inch rear lift in the galgos. Oh, 0 to 1 inches. These seem like this seems like it would be way longer than that. So I tell her, I said, I've never heard that before. Obviously, you know what I'm joking about. Didn't even get a laugh. Unbelievable. So she was super cool. You can see we're bouncing around a little. Hopefully these new shocks, I don't necessarily want them to be firmer, but I just wanted the ass end to be a little more controlled. So there's so many jokes in this video. All right, let's go home and start tearing stuff apart. You ready to go install these, dude?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, brother. Let's get it. All right, so we have some bumps here we're gonna go over after we get through this roundabout thing here. So like I said, this bump's coming up right here. So let's see what we got. Here the ass end just kind of hops around and gets sideways. I'm not sure I don't have a bad rear shock, because sometimes when I hit a bump, it'll kind of kick the ass end over a little bit. Could just be live axle problems too, but it doesn't ride bad. Don't get me wrong, and I've got 10-ply tires on here. The truck still rides decent. It rides truck-like, but even my wife or kids, they don't complain about the ride. It's just the rear just feels very unsettled. So let's go see if we can throw these bad girls on and see if it makes a difference. I did a similar deal on my 2018 Ram. I had Bilstein 5160 rears, rode great with those, and then I had Icon coilovers up front, so I ended up swapping the rears for the Icons, and that thing rode like awesome. So hopefully these rears help. Eventually we're going to do something different up front. I don't know if I'm going to get the Eibachs that have the circlip that's adjustable, or if I'm going to get the full coilovers, but being a coilover fan, I'll probably go that route. So let's go get these zipped on here. Say that again? Looks sick. These things are nice. I didn't know that the boots didn't come on them, and I prefer the look without the boots. And I know a lot of other ones don't run boots, so we've got a decision to make. These things are nice quality-wise, though. I think they're $130 each, $135, something like that. So they seem very good for the money. So I'm gonna eat some lunch and we're gonna throw these bad girls on here. All right, guys, so this one right here is gonna be a 15, and the one on the inside is an 18. Helps if you put the wrench the right way. And then the bottom's gonna be the same. Shout out to Ford, these aren't all rusty. I thought they were gonna be because the tops are. Now let's go underneath. So that's gonna be another 15 and another 18. I put the camera in a dumb spot, so I'm gonna have to go the long way. Probably should have done the bottom one first and then the top, because now the shock's gonna fall out. Maybe. Hi, baby. Alright, so I did decide to put the boots on. I think they look better without, but because of these are being on the rear of the truck, I don't want rocks and stuff to fling up and hit the shafts. So top part just slides on, and then they came with a zip tie. I figured if they included it in the kit, they deemed it necessary. Normally I don't run them, but whatever. Got the old trusty garage scissors here. So the fun part, because these are hard to compress, is going to be getting these in. So let me come back over here. All right, guys, sorry the lighting's kind of funky. So this one's done. Well, I got to tighten it up still. So what I did, I was going to try to jack up from the bottom of the shock to compress it to get that bolt in. But this is what I did. Just jacked up the back of the truck as high as it would go, and that made it way easier to get in place. So let me zip these down and we'll go ahead and finish the other one. Can't remember how many ugga-duggas you're supposed to do on this. Because you don't want them too tight. Probably about like that. We'll go ahead and zip up the top one, then go to the second one. Now we'll lower this back down and go to the other side. All right, so I was telling you about those boots. This end is going to go over the top. The bigger end is going to go over the shock body. So all you need to do is just slide them on. That top pops right over. And there's a groove on this collar that they'll just kind of sit in, and kind of a pain to get in there. Not done yet, bud. You want to come say hi to the video?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, Daddy.
What are we doing today?
Playing toys. And
We're going to play football?
Yeah.
What toys you got there?
Got Mario. I got Luigi.
Heck yeah. You're going to be famous. You're going to be on my video. All right, got that on there. So I see a lot of questions when guys are doing shocks. Which way do they go? So, if you can read the writing it's the correct way. If it's upside down, it's the wrong way. Why would they put their brand name so it can be upside down? All right, let's finish this up. All right, so now I'm gonna jack up the truck. Now I did put mine in 4-wheel drive so it doesn't roll away, but we've still got the wheels on, so I'm not too concerned about using jack stands or anything. So I'll show you what I was meaning by this, and then we'll muscle that bad girl into place. Can you still see? Yep, that's perfect. So on the other one, looks like I did it again. Slid the boot off the bottom. But that's all right. So this one's gonna be harder. Got it started. I'm gonna get my pry bar. There you have it. So we'll zip these back down, get this boot in place, and we'll go take her for a test drive. It is easier to slide the boot all the way over and then pull it onto the collar from this side versus sliding it up. All right.
Okay.
Has it recorded?
Yeah.
Okay, cover your ears for a sec.
Go look. That scared me, Daddy.
I said cover your ears.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel.
Hey, bring my phone.
Okay.
Bring it.
I'm scared to go. Can I show you my
Here, sit. Okay, it's recording. So tell them what we're doing.
Okay.
Well, you got to do it over here.
Okay.
Tell them what we're doing today.
Where?
It's gonna be loud. Done. Okay, tell them.
We are looking at my dad's truck. So he's fixing his tires. So he's fixing his tires. They're brand new.
Yeah? This is pretty cool.
Yeah?
You like this truck?
Yeah.
All right, we're all done.
And my dad has this long thing, but I do not know what is this long thing. I don't know what is this. What is?
That's the jack.
Oh.
All right. Good job, dude. All right, so that wraps it up. About a 15, 20-minute deal, maybe 30, I don't know. So I'm going to show you these old shocks. Then we're going to go for a test drive. All right, guys, here's the old shocks. Yeah, you can jack it up.
Cool.
This video is featuring my son today. All right, now you can jack it up. All right, so these were kind of toast. Let me show you something. So you saw how much dampening the new ones had. I can just push these down all the way, super easy.
Can you?
And how slow they come back. I think these things were on their last leg, 44,000 miles in 5 years. So we'll go for a test drive. We'll wrap this up. There they are. Which socks now I have red on here, so I'm gonna have to change my color of my toe hooks or something. I don't know. Let's go for a drive. All right, guys, so I can definitely tell a difference. I don't want to say it's stiffer, it just feels more planted. We've got some bumps coming up, we'll go over them. The crappy part about this is now I'm going to want the front coilovers, and those are about $900, so, and an alignment, all that stuff, and I'd probably do upper control arms too. So what do you think, bud? Does it ride good?
Yeah.
So we've got a dip coming up right here. I mean, it's a definite difference. The back end feels way more planted. It's firm but not stiff, and it just feels more, I don't know, responsive, and it doesn't feel like it's hopping around. So I can definitely recommend these. Hopefully they last. I think they have, I can't remember what the warranty is on them. I'll throw it down in the description. So $275, and 30 minutes, hour of your time. Hand tools, pretty easy install. And like I said, those rear shocks, I think they were toast, because that back end would hop all over the place. Now it feels nice and planted. I think we've got one more dip right here, and then I'll wrap this one up. Oh yeah, that's way better. It barely moved. All right, anything you want to say, buddy? Give me a hell yeah, brother. That'll wrap it, guys. Have a great day. We'll catch you on the next one.